The app3M Asigleh is a suite of integrated applications for pastors, leaders, and churches to support and facilitate the mentoring and monitoring of pastors, leaders, and churches of the Association of Church of the Brethren Venezuela, Asigleh. app3M combines a documentary registry of ministers and leaders with interactive digital presentations and surveys or mentoring forms. The documentary registry allows capturing and storing personal, academic, work, biblical studies, and ministerial experience data for ministers and leaders. The interactive presentations are digital courses to educate in doctrines, procedures, etc., and evaluate the acquired knowledge. The surveys or mentoring forms allow for evaluations and self-evaluations on gifts, talents, psychological characteristics, etc., for mentoring and pastoral assessment processes. The study and analysis of the collected data will help to create effective standards in ministerial ordination processes. Finally, app3M seeks to obtain information about congregations and ministries through forms such as Take the Pulse of Your Church. The advantages of this app are: 1. Ease of access to relevant information and data through internet-connected devices. 2. Cost reduction by avoiding physical travel and paper use. 3. Constant availability of information in the cloud. 4. Cooperation in the standardization of leadership and ministerial ordination in Church of the Brethren Venezuela, Asigleh. 5. Provision of spiritual and human coverage to church leaders. 6. Provision of education, organizational support, and remote guidance through digital mentoring. The proposed phases for the development of this application involve the conception of the idea and project formulation. Second, the development of the app and initial tests. Finally, the launch of the app. Currently, we are in the development, coding, and pilot testing phase. The ministerial registry is 70% complete. The ecclesiastical survey, Take the Pulse of Your Church, is 50% complete. Some mentoring forms have already been started and tested. The interactive digital presentations are in the conception phase. Ministerial registry. When entering the app, the user will be prompted to enter a name and password. Then, the registration page will be displayed, with a welcome to the user and a view of the different registration modules, namely, personal data, ministries, testimony, ministerial work, current participation, and ecclesiastical studies. In the personal data module, names, surnames, marital status, age, as well as personal and identification photos are entered and edited. Also, information about communication modes such as phones, emails, and social media. And finally, data on relatives with consanguineous, political, adoptive, and foster relationships. At the end of each module, there is a Save or Update button, which must be clicked each time a field is changed. In the Ministries module, the data of the ministries that the pastor currently executes is entered. Each time a new record is saved or updated, it is saved in the database and displayed in the form, showing a new record card with empty fields. This procedure is similar in all other modules. In the Testimony module, data on the testimony and calling of the minister is entered. In the Ministerial Work module, information is collected from the history of tasks that the minister has performed, indicating the task, the organization where it was executed, the time, and references that can be consulted. The Participation module records data on the ministries or departments in which the minister currently participates in his congregation. Finally, in the Ecclesiastical Studies module, we record information about all those studies that the user has in the context of the church. Costs. The time invested in the project so far is 3 months, and we estimate 2 more months for the app to be operational. This includes the ministerial registry, which is essential to support accreditation in Church of the Brethren Venezuela, Asigleh, 3 mentoring forms, an additional form for the psychological assessment of ministers, and a digital interactive presentation. However, new forms and interactive digital presentations will be added over time. In terms of human resources, there is currently only one person working on the development, who is an experienced programmer, but also a pastor and currently performs pastoral mentoring tasks in Venezuela and Colombia. The minimum financial costs, estimated for these developments and their integration, at the moment, are estimated at around $1,500. In addition, there are costs that will need to be covered in the future associated with hosting the data in the cloud. Ideas to develop in the app in the near future. As part of the conception of this project, a model for the use of the app has been considered that contemplates an annual payment for use, such as a subscription, which contributes to the costs of maintenance and updating of the app. It is also contemplated the possibility of offering the app in other languages, such as English, but especially in the indigenous languages of our indigenous peoples, such as Wayu and Piapoko, among others. Finally, we hope for your collaboration in some way in this task that we have undertaken. Thank you for your attention.